Magnolia falls from the sky. That's the meaning of magnolia. It comes down from the sky. Ask P.T. Anderson, he would know. I had to put something up. To pick up. As in, you pick it up. And U2 was playing. Eating French fries or something. She almost drank as much as Linda. They're about the same amount, probably. Very pretty, too. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Truman Capote. Is the National Soccer Hall of Fame. When I was younger, I played soccer. That was my sport. It was about endurance and running. Run, 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 endurance. There's a soccer guy. They run like, I don't know, a marathon in a game or something like that. Close to it, maybe half a marathon. I don't know. I really don't know. But soccer is about running. It's endurance, and you just keep going. If you're fullback, you get to fall back a little bit. If you're halfback, I don't know if they call it halfback, midfield. If you're midfield, you get to kind of run a little bit, defend, and then you go, run a little bit more. If you're a forward, you're sprinting to get the ball and then to try to make a goal. And I mean, it's like a lot. It's a lot. I was midfield, so we were defenders and offenders. So we would take the ball, and sometimes, occasionally, we would score. Not like the forwards. Those guys were big, bulgy legs. We were the endurance guys in the mid, because we had to keep the ball from getting to the fullback or going to the goal. And then we'd pass it to the forwards. And they'd do, hey, we're right by the church. This looks like Richardson, maybe. I could be wrong. I think I may be. Haystack? Oh, yeah, the roads are tricky. What is this saying right here? Frisco Music Center. Okay, we're in Frisco, never mind. I thought we were in Richardson for a second. Sorry about that. Frisco Music Center, yeah, this is Frisco. Okay, that's where the Hall of Fame is. Sorry about that. Smoke art? For a minute, it looked similar to a place in Richardson. I go to this church called the Community Chapel. They have not just one pastor, but many. They're democratic, kind of, in a way of preaching. There could be Republicans, I don't know, but they're democratic about how they preach. So they have a whole team of pastors let's say, imagine a team of pastors rather than just one. And they work in the community, and they work in the church, and they work as a group, and they preach, and they interchange the pastors. One of the guys will do study, like Torah study or what we call Bible study. He is consistent, so he will be like Bible study. And he's kind of the pastor in a way, but he's only doing Bible study. The other guys will come in and they will, do a testimony. They also bring you before the church to pray. What's what happened to me when Angel left. Jim, an actor, kind of reminds me of Alec Guinness, but a Southern style. He does kind of do an Alec Guinness thing. He was in Pilgrim's Progress, Hummel, and he is there as a pastor for you. He's very intelligent. He knows everything about computers, and he also knows everything about the New Testament and pretty much a lot about the Old Testament. He's connected to DTS, Dallas Theological Seminary. They all helped us when we were doing Pilgrim's Progress. I played Apollyon, the devil, a version of the devil, and then I played Christian the next year. We started off with Apollyon. What did the devil want? He wanted to know, first of all, where you were from, where you were going, where's your ID. He rules everything. You listen to me. That was Apollyon. Christian just wanted to get to the celestial city because he was given a note. He was given a letter. He heard a sound of destruction. And a message was given to him to leave and go on to a pilgrim's progress, to go on a journey so that he could find the celestial city after he went through the river of death. He had to go through the town of Vanity. He had to first find out what House Beautiful was about. And there were interpreters there to talk to him about sin. And once he got through the House Beautiful, then eventually he was commissioned with a shield. It was a shield in the book and the Bible. He fought Apollyon with a shield and a Bible. He was going to beat him with the Bible and the shield. And Apollyon said, "Where are you going?" He asked Christian, "Where are you going? Where did you come from?" And Christian said, "I come from the city of destruction. I'm going to the celestial city." Apollyon, "I am the ruler of all of this land." And on and on and on until they get in a sword fight. We use swords, and I was kind of against it a little bit, but we did use swords. I had to learn how to do it. It was a little sword play, and they were decorative swords, so they were even more dangerous than regular swords, probably. Well, they could fall apart. Decorative swords can fall apart, so we had to act like we were sword fighting. We acted like we were actors sword fighting. Not really Brechtian, more like DTS, Dallas Theological Seminary. Christian wins by telling Apollyon that you have gone too far, you have crossed the line. And I have a Lord. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff protect me. And that was Psalms. And Apollyon, the devil, stepped aside after he was stabbed. So we did a stabbing. But, you know, you can use a shield because Apollyon is the enemy. He has the scales, bear-like scales like that from the ocean, Putin. And he's from a great nation. He's like a prince. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they protect me. Regardless, that's the Potter's House. They have one also right by DBU. I don't make the show, God does. Right through the red light. So crime is everywhere. It's governed by legalism and legal tender. It's every which way you look. For different reasons. We got a Lyft driver right here. NNK, or NNS 0501. Today, I made $30 million. No lie. I don't mean to brag. In one day, I made $30 million. I'm not lying. Does it look like I'm lying? Grove, Frisco. The Grove. Today, I made $30 million. I'm gonna buy an EV6 at Kia. And it's gonna be very strange for me to walk in there and buy it. EV6 is a battery car. It's an electric car. That's what I'm gonna have in 2030. All battery. Because you can go 160 miles at times, you can go 80 or up to 160 miles on one charge in 2030. 160 miles in 2030. That's how far they'll go on one charge. Then they just have to charge again. It'll actually drive itself to the charging station. It'll even drive around in 2030 when I'm not even in it to pick up who I need to be picked up. Camera inside of it the entire time. It's quiet as a mouse. Actually, it's more quiet than a mouse. Twinkle, twinkle, twink. Don't you love how people say that, everybody? You go look at your neighbor at the Actor Studio and watching this on the big screen. Tell your neighbor, say, twinkle, twinkle, twink, and try to actually say it. It's hard to say. Twinkle, twinkle, twink. The actors that can say that very clearly have what's called the gift of the tongue. Everyone has different gifts as actors. Some have the gift of the tongue, but some have the gift of the spirit. Some are prophetic, and they all sound differently. They all create different music, and they're all actors. All of them. Every single one of us. The entire planet. It's a true story. That's Pepper Tree. Every single one of them. And all of them can attempt to say, twinkle, twinkle, twink. But if you can't say it, it's okay. You can mime it. The twinkle of the star in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, twink. The before and after. All right. I'm thinking maybe there. Trunk. P.s.s. Okay. No, nowhere near. What is wrong with Waze? Seriously. Bouncing off the moon, the radar beams off the moon. They've been coming here ever since the Martians started bouncing radar beams off the moon. You know what I mean, Nichols? Ever since they've been bouncing radar beams off the moon. I got in trouble one time. I did that one time in junior high. Principal got on to me. I was miming it in junior high. And none of these look right. None of them. I'm going to try to resituate on this entire thing and figure out what's going on. Rule of thumb. If you're dropping off, you're going to have two different directions. Odd and even on the streets. You remember the odd by northwest. No, wrong. Sorry, wrong. You remember the odd by north. I'm sorry. You remember the odd by south. by southeast because the oddballs are in Florida. You remember the north, sorry, I'm in like a weird area, Frisco. You remember the north by even, north by northwest, okay? So now we're going to restructure it for the English majors. You've got two different sides, odd and even. Odd and even, odd and even, okay? North by northwest is always even because Hitchcock always got even, just like the Catholics. He got even by being Hitchcock. You remember south by southeast as being oddballs, like in Florida. There's always oddballs in Florida. You ever go to Florida? They're all odd. South or southeast will be odd. This is Holland. That's Jesus, etc. by Wilco. Jesus, etc. All right, and then we're gonna head back to Edmund, the cat. He's sad because he misses Linda, because you won't, you won't give to PayPal, because we need PayPal funding immediately, like pretty quick, for Linda. Please have compassion for an alcoholic like Linda, please, because I want to help her. Please, I beg you, please have compassion for a person like Linda, and also for my kids and my family. If you're a movie star and you don't give to this channel, I feel very sorry for you. I feel very sorry for you. 2030 is going to be hard. We're going to look for it. It's going to be 815. It's under a guy named Cole Spivey. Anybody can give. Gear gave $200. Sabrina Gear gave $200. Look it up. As in Richard Gere. He's smart. Richard Gere is intelligent. He's smarter than all of you. Let me see something. I got to find something right here. This is very difficult. We're going to switch over. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, you can do that. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, you can. You can sneak a peek. 15814. You can sneak a peek as you're doing camera at the same time. I just figured it out right now. It's a new little craft thing. You can sneak a peek at the actual photo or the app while the camera's on. I just figured out how to do it. It's kind of a little glitch. Without swiping, you can still look. 15814. They're mad, these people at Dallas, because they want to be movie stars big time. We got it. It's right here. They want nothing more. Dallas wants, anyone in Dallas, all they want to do is be a movie star. Every doctor, every scientist, everybody, every teacher. That's all they want. It's right there. This is p.s.s signing out. Vlog not over yet. We're headed back to see Edmund, Tuxedo, Cassavetes, Black White Kitty. He has sharp claws. He gets grumpy. And he likes Fancy Feast. A whole lot. PayPal, you can deposit as much as $5,000 daily. I think once you do that, then you have to wait the next day, and then you can deposit again. Charitable donations are a write-off in any part of the world. Really, any part. It's called charity. But you can give to anybody you want to your neighbor, to p.s.s. If you want to be a channel supporter, we have accepted money from Sabrina Gear this year. She's very giving, as in giving. Sorry, giving. All right, listen, guys, I'm sorry. I know we have an IPA, that's an International Phonetic Alphabet. And I know that we all like to talk like Catholics. Look at this right here. Southern Hills. That's where I'm headed back. And look, Can't even write that off because I went to a higher paying area. A friend of Linda's made $156 in one day doing this over 7 hours. $22 an hour. I used to do that with Grubhub all the time. Fancy Feast. A gift to Edmund. Be like $1. If 100 of you did it, then that'd be $100. Eventually, it can help. There's no such thing as false charity. You can give to whoever you want to, randomly, anybody you want to, anywhere in the world. They cannot stop you from giving to anybody for any reason. You don't even need a reason to give money to somebody. You can walk up to somebody and give them money tomorrow. You can give to p.s.s. if you like YouTube and you want to support a channel. You can write it off as charity. PBS did it. Public Broadcast System. You can do it for p.s.s. Please subscribe show. Postscriptum script or postscript scriptum if you're an English major. Postscriptum script if you're fun. If you're an English major, then you have to say postscript scriptum. All right, Bradley Cooper? Y'all have a good night. Good night. Good night. And good luck. Thank you. Thank you. You always say thank you. God bless. Godspeed. And welcome back to the Please Subscribe show. Vlog not over. Adam the Woo is now vlogging the Holy Land demolition. It was flattened, erased from existence. Holy Land. We'll remember it in our memories. We'll pray over it. Indoor skydiving is still going on. You can get on air that blows underneath you and you'll float like a witch. You and Jacob the carpetbagger can spin around with Tampa J in the middle. Right there, indoor skydiving. All you can eat steak and fly around in the air. Or hot dogs. Didn't have one today. Just a one croissant. Roast beef with cheese at QT with a 49-cent refill. Paid for the whole thing, had the receipt, vlogged it. It was yellow. God bless. p.s.s. or PPS for English majors. Please subscribe show. Postscriptum script. Postscript scriptum. Postscript scriptum for the witches. Voila. Harry Potter. Actor Studio talking to you. Watch out. You guys are like Laurence Olivier. I'm like De Niro. You guys are like System. I'm like Method. I'm doing 5, 6, 7 times the amount of footage. 187 minutes, 200 minutes every night. You're not going to be able to keep up. I'm going to buy all of you out and then spit at you and say, go over there. Do a skateboard trick. You play the bass real loud and act like a gutter mouth. You walk over there in a circle. And then you guys join a line, jump up and down and jiggle. And y'all all do it at the same time. Because I'm going to walk up to Adam the Woo and I go, Adam, do a circle. Now fart really loud. Or pretend like with your mouth like this. Say, I ate a hot dog. And you're going to do all of that. Or I'll fire all of you. You understand? Every single one of you. I'll fire every single one of you if you don't listen to every single word I say. Thanks for the shout outs. Because I know they were in secret. You did the best that you could. The best. Lenny Bruce, the king of comedy, was from Dallas. Very cool with your punk rock attitude. Well, listen, you punk. You come here, you better watch the speed limit. We got what's called the big boys. You like your Whataburger? They do too. You like your Eagle that flies free? They do too. Schwa. Post scriptum script. Post script scriptum. Shwa. That's a spell. Now, Chris, the girl, will look it all up. And she'll say, look, it says right here in Alex or Crowley, he was talking about this, and then it goes p.s.s. Like, look, right here. Yep, she found it. Roman Polanski's like, oh my gosh, don't release that. And Johnny Depp's like, y'all are all crazy. They've been bouncing it off the radar beams off the moon ever since the Martians were in town. What he calls them? The Martians? The Martianites? They've been bouncing radar beams off the moon. Jack Nicholson. They've been doing it. Yeah. Ever since they've been coming here. Bouncing radar beams off the moon. All day long. I heard about it. They've been doing it ever since the Martians. He has this name for Martians. Yeah, they're sitting around a campfire going, oh man, if Harvey Keitel was here, we would have had a really good time. He wasn't in it, but Dennis Hopper was. He passed away. He was also on Blue Velvet. We're supposed to talk real high like that, but he changed it. That's what Lynch wanted him to do. And then he changed it all method, like, Mommy! They're really crazy. Blue Velvet, really good movie. Go watch it. You can eat your candy bars and watch Blue Velvet and eat a hot dog. I don't care. You guys don't have anything. Erased from existence. Maybe the Woo might. They might watch it for 20 years after he cuts off at 50 and has his baby. Well, he won't have it. His wife will. Right, JWW? Carvana! Buy it up! Online. They'll deliver it right to your doorstep. Consider a coffee break. Or consider taking a break. You better comment on my page, buddy. I'm going to tell you a couple of more times. And then we're going to go to Florida and pull you out of your truck. Or your SUV that you're trying to buy. Or whatever it is, what kind of vehicle you drive. We'll pull you right out. Drag you right down on the street. You better watch it. Because we can do that. That goes for all of you. And I'll say it again. David Koresh, David Koresh, David Koresh, David Koresh, David Koresh. All the way from Arizona. All the way from Arizona. 3:15, it was 3:07 a while ago. Biden did that quick. Dang, Biden, you're quick. He has the whole thing in the White House. It's like this. He pushes this little knob. And it just changes the gas price. He goes, it's like a little thing. He goes, hey, Barack Obama, I'm changing the gas. It's like a little knob like this for all you freaking nuts. Changing the gas price daily. Just like changing the gas price Biden style. Look at that. There it goes up and then down. All right. And then down like this. More gas. Or, oh, we're pumping it. There we go. Changing that gas price every day. Keep it consistent. $2.99 every day. We'll eat hot dogs.